All right, welcome to the High Performance Man podcast. I am your host, John Fayocavitz. On this show, I interview successful men who have built impressive careers in businesses, founders, CEOs, senior leaders, and professionals who have operated at a high level for years. We talk about what actually made them successful. So the goal is simple, to learn directly from the men who have done it, so we can apply those insights into our own careers, our own businesses, and lives, and continue raising our own standard of performance. Our show is sponsored by the Prime Performance Method. The Prime Performance Method is designed specifically for high-performing men who have achieved success in their careers but feel like their body and energy have taken a hit along the way. We help busy professional men regain strength, lose weight, and feel younger without the long workouts, extreme dieting, and just disrupting their demanding schedule. If you're a high-performing man who wants to feel as strong and energized as you are successful, message me, John Fayocavitz, on LinkedIn. On today's show, we have Rich Keal, who is the principal owner of FreeBridge LLC, where he helps businesses, families, and individuals discover legal financial strategies they never knew existed. Rich, I want to thank you so much for coming on today.
My pleasure, John.
Thank you. Okay. My first question, Rich, what's the most important lesson you've learned so far that's helped you become successful in your business?
Being open-minded, getting out of the box. The directions to get out of the box are on the outside of the box.
Outside of the box. So what I'm listening to and hearing you is, don't pigeonhole yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. Don't be, and I think what also goes into it is education, right?
Yes, 100%.
I mean, we have a lot of people that try to start a business and they think it's their way because that's what they've done their whole life or something. They think starting a business is easy, and they just go, okay, I'll just do it my way. Right? Asking for help is nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a big one that I learned along the way. I've interviewed thousands of people over 40 years, and everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but many people are willing to help if you just ask.
Right.
The great book I read once called The Aladdin Factor by Mark Victor Hansen. You rub the genie or rub the vase and the genie comes out, and, ask for and get what you want, and you'll find it.
Right.
And so, I mean, the financial services industry as a whole is very obviously self-serving. It's kind of a monolithic structure that has misaligned its interest with the public. And so we have a goal of helping people realign with financial principles instead of rules,
Great. I was just going to ask you to tell us a little bit about what FreeBridge is all about.
Yeah, I mean, the name FreeBridge is named after a famous court case where Louis Brandeis awarded this gentleman his freedom and said, well, there's a toll bridge and there's a free bridge. The sad part is too many people don't understand that the free bridge exists. Most people inadvertently are paying tolls that they don't need to pay.
Wow.
So it's actually a story about the Potomac. So you can actually look it up on my website.
Well, that's by me.
Yeah, it's right next door to you.
Yeah, that's by me. So how many years have you had FreeBridge?
15. I have another company called Generational Wealth Partners, which is an offshoot of our estate planning firm that we started back in the day I told you about earlier.
Right.
Inside Primera Blue Cross. We started American Senior Resources. I left there and I started Generational Wealth Partners after meeting a gentleman who, by the name of Nelson Nash, who wrote a book called Becoming Your Own Banker. And I met Nelson in 2001 and started doing seminars with him around the country from Hilton Head to Honolulu, and started teaching people what's going on in the back room of the banking industry.
See, that's what's got me. I mean, so you're telling people from I introduced you as, you're telling things that they didn't even know existed. Like I wouldn't know anything.
Yeah, you could probably talk to the average CPA out there who's basically a historian or a rule keeper for the man. they're really not even going to know about this because people in our world, unfortunately, if you're not compensated for something, you generally don't want to know about it, right? So
Right.
everything's driven by compensation and your own self-interest, which is we're all listening to the same radio station, WIFM. What's in it for me, right?
Yep.
But if you really want the truth, if you want to be a truth seeker and a problem solver, you have to really get to the core of what's going on. And so I created a video on YouTube. It's called How My Life Insurance Agent Became My Banker. And it's basically a 3-minute video that explains what's going on in the back room of the banks
Right.
and how to model your own life out of how banks operate, you know, and if they have all the money and they use money as, inventory and they rotate it. I mean, and you don't figure out how to do that yourself, you're kind of in trouble. Most of the financial products out there are designed to tie your money up, you know, and
Yes.
put it in jail. You take all the risk, pay the taxes, get eaten up by inflation, and then at the end of the day, you have nothing. You're not multiplying money. You're aggregating. You're somebody else's annuity.
Wow. Do
So
you work with
anyway,
businesses or I see businesses and individuals, huh?
yeah, I
Mostly?
mean, most people. I work with individuals, but I steer them towards becoming a business.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I mean, ultimately, you want to operate like a business. So, I really, I'm really more interested in working with entrepreneurial people who want to figure it out and get out of the rat race.
Right. And that's exactly what we're in. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want to be gobbled up in this. Like to me, the hamster wheel theory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's wonderful to be hardworking and have a job, but at the same time, you can still be, um, entrepreneurial and have a side hustle. And, retirement is just an equation, right? It's
Right.
not an age. It's basically, hey, once I have enough
Get
passive
this.
income, then I can just go do what I want, you know?
Right.
And I've been able to
Awesome.
do what I want for 40 years. I've never had a job since 1985. So,
Wow.
I'm employed technically
Right. I
by
mean, you
by
have
the
your own business.
LLC, but
Since
sure.
1985, you've had your own businesses.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I own
awesome.
a couple of gyms, and I
Did
should say
you?
my wife would be insulted to hear that, but um, my wife's Hungarian, and we own a couple of gyms in Hungary, and we're in the gym equipment business, and so we also have an online. We have an online. I call it an eBay for antiques. It's an online antique distribution company, and
Awesome.
so anyway, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying
Right.
we
No,
just
that's
have.
awesome. That's good for our audience to know. I mean, that's just,
Yeah, I mean, there's you know, imagination is more important than knowledge. I'll
yeah,
just say that.
that's good. Good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What do you think hinders a lot of men today from reaching their full potential?
Imagination. I mean,
You
it's
just
just
said it,
yeah,
right?
and yeah, I mean, it's really just about imagination and some faith and some, taking good, smart risks, you know, that make sense and being willing to be wrong to have it right,
Right.
you know.
Oh,
And ego is a bitch. It gets in
right.
the way. And so um, yeah, that's my
Do
two
you
cents.
think that, what I see a lot too, Rich, is with our social media and all these things, it's, we might get distracted from going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a noisy world. I mean,
yes.
there's no
I mean,
question.
everybody wants that shiny or that golden ring or that shiny object. And, you know, instead of working for it, they think it's going to be given to them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at cryptocurrency. Um, I was probably, well, I was extremely, extremely early on, and I don't like it. I think it's nefarious, but there's a lot of people doing it. Um, it's without getting conspiratorial, I think that there was a reason that they'd put you in jail if you called, if you tried to start any other type of currency, but just they gave Bitcoin tacit approval to be called a currency, which was totally illegal. I know a
Wow.
guy they put in jail for starting the Liberty Dollar. Anyway, my point being there is, I don't chase shiny objects just because I think I can get rich.
Right.
I don't think I'm thinking about my children's children, and
Yep.
I'm thinking about the Federal Reserve, and I'm thinking about who's doing what to who for how much,
Yep.
and I understand what's going on in the back room of the banks, and
It's
you
great to
know,
have that knowledge, man. Great to
yeah,
have that knowledge.
yeah,
You
I
know,
think so. I mean,
yep.
very powerful.
Yep. Okay. My next question. For most men on the road to business or professional success, other areas of their life get sacrificed. What's been one of the areas of your life that has suffered, if there has been, but where would you like to be successful now too? Like if there's something that you want to go and reach or be successful, other
Yeah,
than what you're doing now.
I need to get back into the gym. Um, when I was living over in Hungary, around the corner from my own gym, I was there every morning with a trainer at 8 a.m. And so COVID kind of brought me back to the States, and you couldn't go into the gym without getting roughed up by some idiot, giving you garbage for not putting the mask on and all of that. So
Yeah.
I just kind of got derailed from, the gym, and became kind of a hermit behind the Zoom, like what we're on
Right.
right now. It was very easy to just, I can do my stuff from anywhere. So,
Right.
you know,
Exactly. So
myself personally, I'd like to get back in the gym.
right. So you worked out when you first started your company 40 years ago? I mean, so
I've been active my whole life. I mean, I've been very active, uh, you know, I wouldn't say professional water skier, but I've been snow skiing and water skiing and played sports my whole life. So, um, baseball and that sort of thing. So
okay.
I've kind of been able to glide on my, you know, my roots, but, um, it's a fight. I mean, it's a battle, you know, I'm 64 now, and, I'd like to look a little bit better.
Okay. And feel better and more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all
Yeah.
do. I mean, that's what we're all looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you started your business that years ago, were you married at that time?
I was.
Okay. So during your startup business, during it, was that any kind of a sacrifice there? I mean, going out, doing social things, did you put more effort into your business than you did that part?
Yeah, I was a little crazed, I would say. I wasn't
Okay.
in balance, because you have to have your hustle on,
Right.
So, I was hitting the road a lot.
So you traveled a lot back then.
Yeah, yeah, I was on the road, most of the time,
Okay.
all over the state of Washington back then.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Well,
So they
time
gave
to,
me an opportunity. They said, if you want to come on board, you got to be the road man. So I took it. That was the risk, and it
right.
paid off.
And how many years did you do that?
Probably 10.
Really?
Yeah,
And she accepted that, huh?
until she didn't. So no, that I burned through that one.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so we didn't make it.
Okay. Okay.
Very
Well, hey,
deep regrets there, but wonderful person. I had some work to do,
right. On yourself. Okay.
and I did, I think I did it.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we
so
learn, right? We learn.
I'm 23 years, just as of May 9th. I'm 23 years married again. So
Wow. That's awesome. Congratulations, buddy.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. My next question, and this is might put some thought into it a little bit, a deep thought. Where do you find yourself the most at peace?
Hmm. Wow.
Like just getting away from everything, like,
you know, my, you know, I love the water. Um, my goal, one of my goals is to uh, go live on the water somewhere, sometime. But I've got a little bit of a friction there with my wife. She's not she's not exactly comfortable on the water.
okay.
So anyway, but I do love the water, and there's kind of a compromise there. We go to the beach a lot. I'm down in Texas now, so um, we go down to Corpus a lot, and so yeah, the
So
water's it.
anything with the water that you feel like you're at peace.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I spent most of my life up in Seattle, and it's beautiful, just too cold and
Yeah.
rainy.
Well, I've had a couple people from Seattle, and for my first question is it really the myth true that it rains a lot?
Yeah,
And
no,
sure enough, it is.
it's super chilly. You
Wow.
know, the
Wow.
average temperature probably year round, I don't know, probably 60, and it rains probably 9 months out of the year. It's like 300 days out of the year. It's brutal
Wow. That's yeah,
for a
well,
guy who likes the sun and the water.
exactly.
But I mean, it's gorgeous. But there's trade-offs in everything.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that. Okay, so which leads me into my next thing. And I just again, this is curious on my part because I'm in the health field and things like that. And I just want to know what people do you have any kind of a routine, morning routine?
Um, yeah, yeah, I do. I mean, it's
Good.
generally it's still I have my mushroom coffee,
Coffee. Good.
and I take in the news, and you know,
Non-negotiables. I mean, this is something you got to do for yourself every single day.
yeah, yeah. It's mostly I'm an insatiable reader. I mean, and I'm constantly digging, and I probably need to take more time out to exercise, maybe even get the kettlebells out and do that. I've just kind of gotten a little bit lazy, I have to
Right.
admit. I
Well,
think
it's
because I know
okay.
better. I mean, we have a meathead gym who just all very serious. Uh,
Lifters.
yeah, yeah, and so, but it's interesting. It's kind of like the doctor. Like my brother-in-law is a doctor, and he uses Copenhagen and drinks Diet Coke, and so
As
he's
a
not
doctor.
exactly the epitome of health either.
As a
So
doctor, right?
yeah,
That's like, like when I was young, we were going to school, our phys ed teacher smoked.
yeah, yeah. We had
I,
those.
I mean, I'm like, what the heck are I'm going to listen to you about smoking?
Yeah, I had a client in Seattle, anesthesiologist who was a smoker.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
right.
um, do as
Okay.
I say, not as I do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Okay, Rich, to finish this off, where would you, if you had to give one piece of advice to other men on their starting their journey of being an entrepreneur or achieving success, what would that be?
Um, Find a good mentor.
That's awesome.
Find a really good mentor or mentors, and meet with them often, and find balance. You know,
Balance in work and play relationship, family relationships, all that.
absolutely. Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, I'm sure when you started your business, you worked probably 60, 70 hours a week. And I don't know what you're working. You're not probably close to that at this point, are you?
No,
Right.
no. I mean, I enjoy what I do. I mean,
That's
I
such a
see as many people. I haven't worked in 40 years because
right.
I've gotten to sit down and like you're doing now. I interviewed some. Well, I started in '85, so the gentlemen that I were well, the people that I interviewed in '85 were all in World War II. And so I did a lot of work with World War II vets
Right.
and people that didn't think they were coming home. You know, it was a miracle that they got home and they got to start their businesses and whatnot. So, I mean, I saw all the diversity in lifestyles and um, opportunities, you name it. It's just been incredibly rich to, you know, interview
That's awesome.
and meet such a diverse uh, number of people. And so, I mean, I think that that's a big one is you want to take in as many people as you can and get their perspective
That's awesome.
and empty out your judgment. Like, I mean, I'm a conservative person, but I'm open-minded. I mean,
Right.
I want to hear solutions. I'm a truth seeker, problem solver,
Right.
and then you'll attract more truth seeker problem solvers into your life,
Right.
and
That's awesome, Rich.
you'll just have access to better ideas.
Yep. Perfect. 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 Well, Rich, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on. As a
Thank you.
reminder, everybody listening today, the show is brought to you by the Prime Performance Method, where I help high-performing men rebuild strength, energy, and confidence without sacrificing their careers. If you are ready to feel strong in your body as you are successful in your business, message me at John Fayocavitz on LinkedIn. Until our next episode, perform strong in all areas of your life.